Well, hello there, everyone, and thank you so very much for joining me for this week's reflection. I'm Susan Short, and I serve College Lutheran Church in Salem, Virginia as the Director of Music Ministries. I hope you're enjoying our summer worship services and the music that's being provided by various vocal ensembles. Please know that all are welcome to join us any Sunday throughout the summer. We typically gather in Stoudemire Chapel to run through a prelude and an offertory around 9:30 a.m. And indeed, all are welcome to join us. I hope you were able to enjoy the prelude several weeks ago. Listen, God is Calling, and it was sung by the vocal ensemble. You can hear Maria Sherman's voice ringing out with, "Listen, Jesus gave his mandate. Let none be forgotten. Help us to be faithful." A recording of this hymn is included in today's reflection. So let's take a moment to learn a little bit more about this hymn, the history of the piece, as well as the tune writer. You can find the hymn in the Cranberry Hymnal, the ELW, hymn number 513. Listen, God is Calling is an anonymous Swahili hymn from Kenya that Howard Olson translated into English. He said he first heard it sung at a graduation in a theological extension program where Lutherans and Catholics were working together. He taped it, he notated it, and wrote to the priest that had sung the leader's part, the part that you heard sung by Maria several weeks ago. Father Lammers told Olson to write to the Catholic Senior Seminary. They wrote back saying, "Ask the Lutherans." Olson indicated it was sung in Tanzania before the reading of the gospel. At the third stanza, the people stood when the words in Swahili literally say, "Let us all stand, let us all stand, let us hear the word of salvation." The setting in our Lutheran hymnals is by Austin Lovelace, and he was born in 1919 and died in 2010. He studied at High Point College in North Carolina and Union Seminary's School of Sacred Music in New York City. He taught at the University of Nebraska, Queens College, and Davidson. He conducted workshops around the world and served as president of the Hymn Society in the United States and in Canada. A music teacher in Tanzania is quoted as saying that the use of the one beat bar preceding the call, "Listen," serves to catch our attention, and indeed it does. M.E. Storts, the Bernhard M. Christensen Professor of Religion and Vocation at Augsburg University in Minneapolis, believes, first of all, to hear the voice of God, you have to believe that God is still speaking, and to hear anything, you have to listen, which is a more complicated proposition than it seems. And I quote him, "When I'm lost in my own soundtrack, the white noise of work and deadlines and family fills my head. God could be yelling at me and I wouldn't even notice." Distractions plague all of us, particularly as summer progresses and we continue to find ourselves emerging from the pandemic that has ravaged our world for the past 18 months. The words of this hymn are designed to catch our attention, and certainly this hymn catches mine. Thanks again for joining me for this week's reflection, and I look forward to worshiping with you this Sunday in the sanctuary. Our service begins at 10 a.m.